mentioned that Jesus stayed at Peter's house, assuming that this is the place.
Yes.
Around Peter's house, and by the way, the shape of each one of them is an octagonal shape.
Yeah.
See that 8 angle ones?
Yes.
On top of Peter's house was built up a church at the 4th century, and you can see that second octagon. At the 5th century was built a church, and we are standing on the edge of that larger octagon.
Yeah.
And at 20th century was built up a church on top. So Peter's house, 4th century, 5th century, 20th century.
Peter's house was the size of
The one in the center, yeah. Remember the size of the houses around, that would be about, the size of it was. That might be even a little larger than others.
Would that be the original structure, the stone?
Look, if this is built in the 4th century, so that would be like prior to it. Exactly when, we did not know, but again, everything goes by tradition. Tradition is saying so.
Yeah.
So this is already 300 years after that happened. Could be that was really led, by tradition, that here it was the place, where Jesus stayed. We don't have a way to prove it. So back like that rabbi, he didn't know what he said. Don't ask, That's the way, and that's it. Because there's no answer for it. Yeah?
Good answer.
Yeah, you can see by the way the design of fish, like you can see over there on top like fish.
So standing
I know.
in Capernaum, this behind me, that's the place that historians say that was Peter's house, the disciple of Jesus Christ, and that Jesus stayed in that house, going by what historians have discovered and said. And you find there's another building that followed many years later, and also at the top now is a 20th century building built up by the Catholic Church. And we are here in Capernaum, so Peter lived here and grew up here, and Jesus came and stayed the 3 years that he was doing ministry. According to church history, he was staying in this place and doing ministry in Capernaum. It's wonderful and good piece of history to consider. And also, if we get into readings, maybe say by Josephus the historian, we'll get more of this. But this is very historical because we are not reading about something. We are actually here in Israel, and people who have studied and done the excavations, they point to that middle house there as the place, exact place where Peter's house was. So this is very, very important to understand that the Bible is not just what we read about, but it's something that is tangible, something that we can touch, something that we can see, as the Bible says, things that we've touched, things that we've seen, and these are places we've been. And this is one of the most exciting and most important place where Jesus lived and walked and did his ministry while here on earth. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Switch it off now.